What up, everybody? It feels good to see the fam reunited. Tommy and Tasha squashed their beef, and to know that Tasha is safe now. I'm not gonna lie, when I watched episode 9, I was thinking if this man kills Tasha, I'm gonna have a real hard time rooting for him in force. Also thinking, shoot his Tariq. But it didn't come down to all that, and now it's all love for Tommy Egan heading into 4 season 2 after the summer wait. Tasha knocked Tariq out to stop him from shooting Tommy, and when Tasha went to check on Reek, Tommy switched from hitter mode back to Uncle Tommy real quick. It reminded me of a conversation Tommy and Tariq had in Power, where Tommy told Tariq, "Your Uncle Tommy will always be there for you no matter what. Always." And Tommy rushed to Tasha's side to help her position Tariq. After this is when it got real interesting. They started arguing, and Tommy brought up Lakeisha, and for the second time, Tasha had to tell Tommy the hard truth that Lakeisha was going to snitch on him and Tariq to save cash. Then Tasha said, "I love you, Tommy. I never stopped loving you." Then Tommy told Tasha all about his newly found family and said he wishes they could just ride around the city and smoke a blunt before saying, "I love you too, Tosh," as the marshals showed up and both of them fled the scene. Getting me to the question, will Tommy and Tasha end up reconnecting and falling in love? I think it's a real possibility. This is the type of stuff that happens in real life all the time. I have seen it personally more than once. These two have some real history also, and I think they would be perfect for each other. And if on the same page, they would become a power couple. In Power Season 1, when Ghost asked Tasha what she saw him as when they first met, she said the biggest drug dealer in New York. In 4 Season 1 finale, Diamond was looking at his territory on the map, and Tommy told him that he wants the whole map. We also hear Tommy telling Diamond in the Season 2 teaser, "We own this city." Obviously, since Ghost and Tommy grew up basically only with each other and Kate, they considered themselves brothers and family. And with Kate being who she is, when Ghost married Tasha and had kids, his family was Tommy's family and the only real sense of family Tommy ever knew. When Ghost and Tasha both began seeing other people, Ghost moving on to Angela and Tasha moving on to Sean, Tommy took it very hard that the two split up. He took it just as hard, if not harder, than the kids. The only family he ever knew would never be the same again. Tommy has always been big on family, taking that Lorenzo Tejada slogan, "Family first," for real. But it makes sense knowing he has mafia in his blood, and the mafia is all about family. I'm really glad for Tommy that he found a brother and a nephew in Chicago. I'm sure that did a lot for his mental health, because we know Tommy has not always been the most stable character on the show. Then at one point, Ghost and Tommy had problems. Lobos threatened Tommy that he needed to kill Ghost, and Tommy wanted nothing to do with Tasha. Tommy was in a relationship with Holly at the time, but Holly reconnected Tommy with Tasha, bringing Tasha in to clean the money. See, this is a valuable skill that Tasha has that Tommy could end up needing at any time. Right now in Chicago, Tommy is just stacking his cash, but at some point he might need to start cleaning his money also, especially if he finds another connect like Jason Mitchell, who only takes clean money. Then Tommy goes on to kill Holly because she put a hit out on Ghost. Not much before that, Tasha's lover Sean was killed by his father, Kanan. The first lover for both of these characters to lose, but it wouldn't be the last. At one point in Power, Ghost told Tasha that "I married you because you made me a better drug dealer. Today, you made me a better man," and gave her a nice ring so she could continue to play the part. Tasha was hurt by this because she actually had true feelings for Ghost. Tasha was the only person who knew that Holly was pregnant when Tommy killed her. And when she told him thinking he knew, it only added to Tommy's mental health issues. But when he finally came clean and told Tasha about what happened, she didn't judge him as a monster or anything. She comforted him and said he did what he had to do to protect the family. Keep in mind, while Ghost was off doing his own thing, Tommy and Tasha were always hooking up to ride around the city and smoke weed together. When Ghost went to jail, Tommy actually stayed in the penthouse, and when Lakeisha found out, she was very jealous. So around this time, Tommy and Tasha are both connecting with their second love interests, Lakeisha Grant and Terry Silver. Tommy turned to Tasha, needing her to help him clean his money. Tasha told Tommy she's out. He had to find another way. Tommy replied, "You a G like me. This game is in our blood." But Tasha refused, and Tommy and Lakeisha got serious, and Keisha, being jealous of Tasha and Tommy's relationship, made him cut Tasha off. After this, Ghost killed Tasha's lover Terry Silver, and Tommy killed Angela. Ghost sought revenge and thought he killed Tommy, but it was just a Serb pulling Tommy's car around for him. At Angela's funeral, Tommy showed up. Ghost looked shocked and asked Tasha if she knew Tommy was still alive. And with a big smile on her face, she replied, "Yup." Then Tasha, needing money, got into the game herself, selling out of her daycare and using the stripper Epiphany to move product for her. Tariq was also moving coke at the school he was attending at the time. But Tasha heard Lakeisha was going to snitch on Tariq and showed up at the new house Tommy bought for her and found out she signed paperwork to snitch. Keisha ran for her gun, there was a struggle, and Keisha was killed. Tasha didn't even tell Tommy that part, that Keisha ran to the gun first. Tasha blamed Ghost for killing Lakeisha, but Tommy later found out the truth from an earring Tasha left behind. He went to kill Tasha, but didn't have it in him and walked out the apartment with Tasha in tears. But he said he couldn't do that to her kids. Then Tariq kills Ghost. Tasha gets charged for his murder and blames Tommy. Tommy returns to kill Tasha, but Tariq makes the move to get Tasha away and into Witsec. Before this, he made the move to get the heat off of Tommy by helping him fake his death. So Tasha went into Witsec and Tommy went off to Chicago, getting me to our current timeline. And the question is, will Tasha join Tommy in Chicago now that they're cool again? Tasha told Tommy that we're the only ones left. They both have lost two love interests, Sean and Terry, and Holly and Lakeisha. And with losing Ghost, Tasha lost her husband, and Tommy lost his brother and best friend. The funny thing is, at the time of his death, Ghost didn't want anything to do with either one of them. He was moving on with his life to bigger and better things, and was done associating with Tommy and Tasha. Now that Tasha is safe from Tommy, she really doesn't need to stay in Witsec, and I'm sure by now that she's ready to get back to living her normal life. We already heard from episode 9 she wants Yaz to live a normal life. The only thing is, now that she's shot at Monet might have seen her face and be coming for her. Plus, Tariq is at war with Noma now also. She might want to relocate, which would be easy and probably going to do anyway after Tommy killed those guards. The feds aren't going to think it's safe for her to be there anymore. We do know that Tasha and Tariq are finally back in communication. I'm not really sure why she never tried reaching out to Tariq before this. I don't know. Maybe she got his number when she knocked him out. But since she is back in contact with Reek, it's only a matter of time until Tasha and Tommy are back in contact right around the city smoking blunts together. Chicago might be the fresh start that Tasha needs. Tommy doesn't even know that they are broke, living off Yaz's trust, whatever they are allowed to access for their necessities. Remember, Ghost even gave Kate an inheritance, and we see she is living in a nicer house now than she was before. So I think it's a real possibility that Tasha and Tommy end up hooking back up, possibly bringing Tasha to Chicago to clean his money. And this time they're going to be more than friends. They're going to fall in love. And I got the perfect plot twist for this story also. Tommy and Tasha decide to get married. Of course, not an official wedding because Tommy is officially dead. But they go through the ceremony and all. That's when they both see Ghost from a distance. Then he just disappears. And they look at each other like both them just saw a ghost. And there you have it. Would you like to see Tasha moving over to Force and hooking up with Tommy Egan? Let me know how you feel about it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.